Next topic, which is the best topic, most disappointing game of 2024.
Oh, disappointing. Well, it ain't held. What happened was disappointing, but I can't give it the.
Everything is disappointing. The
There's,
majority.
there is one above all, and yeah.
So you said Helldivers.
Now, like, well, Helldivers 2 was disappointing, but they did rebound. They bounced back. It's not as good as it could have been if they maintained their momentum. But if I had to give a game most disappointing, it'd be Tekken 8.
Oh man.
And it's because of how much I like Tekken and fighting games, but it's a different type of disappointment. It ain't because the game is bad and it plays like shit, because obviously it doesn't. It's a good game. It has all the things, but the reason why I consider it disappointing is because of my history with the franchise and seeing what it has become now.
Yeah.
It's just the best way I can describe Tekken is how I feel about Windows. It's just not. It's not pleasant. Nothing about it. When looking at it just frustrates me, it upsets me, and I just want to go back and load up Windows 7 when things were nicer and made sense. Occasionally hop on XP because, like, man, things just worked back then, but now, they keep insisting that you play the next one, and we've talked about it in your previous streams in great detail. It's just, and Cloud was just the straw that broke the camel's back, man.
Look at my disappointed. Look at my disappointed face.
Because I guess what frustrates me more is that I secretly held out hope, even though I knew I shouldn't. But it's just once I realized like how much it bothered me, I was just like, well, there's no way to defend against it because I still like this game. I liked it, and because I liked it, this is what I deserve. So you get what you fucking deserve. You should have just gave up like you were supposed to. But it's like, nah, you actually, just like Tevin said, like, oh yeah, you're one of those idiots that just expected this shit to like not be as stupid as possible. It's like, well, that's what happens when you like something. You choose to not see the glaring issues or flaws, omissions.
Yep, that's why you have friends.
Yeah,
they provide you with a different perspective.
Yeah, so most disappointing shit ever.
I agree. It is one of my most disappointing games because the game looks so fucking cool. Like, this is the coolest Tekken that's ever looked. The coolest it's ever looked. Like, the character models are more like the cutscenes now, and I never thought we'd get to this point, but it's so awesome. You say what?
At what cost?
Yeah, at what cost? The game is just the gameplay. It feels like the game is playing itself. Like I said before in multiple videos, they force you to play a certain way, and very aggressive. So that's how you have to play. And if you don't play that way, you get penalized heavily. You don't get your if you got chip damage, and then if you want to get your life back, you got to swing at somebody. To get into your most powerful form, you got to swing at somebody. It's like all your best moves make you more aggressive and heat. It's like
it's a triangle.
Yeah, it's a triangle.
Yeah,
and it's like you said, it's a fun game, but we've been playing so long and we've seen multiple iterations of the game, and we've kind of been there like at the beginning, like Morpheus or something, where we've seen multiple matrices with the Tekken.
Yeah, this version of the Matrix could have been better.
Yeah, this version of the Matrix is not it.
Yeah,
it is not it.
It just keeps getting more and more silly. Like I thought
Yeah.
it was silly before, but once they got one button does all. Like this like whatever. I don't want to keep
Yeah.
harping on it.
So
Supposed to
I'll
support.
say so one game that was disappointing to me was Blazing Strike. Have you guys heard of that game?
No.
Blazing Strike. I don't think so.
So let me bring it up. But this game looks so cool. You guys probably seen it before. You've probably seen it before, but you probably don't recognize what the name is.
Hey, Chris said he's in the back.
Okay. Oh yeah, he just got there. Okay. Chris, what's going on, man?
Nothing, just been waiting in the back, man. Just been waiting out here and talking. Hear y'all talking about video games.
out,
doing?
out, out in the cold.
Yeah. Oh, let me bring up this Blazing Strike so you guys can.
Blazing Strike was some ass, boy. I was so looking forward to
Oh,
that fucking game.
you see, Chris, he just came in and he's already talking
Yeah, it
about.
sound familiar. Like y'all
It's
must
a
have been
fight.
to it
It was a
before.
fighting game I told you about that I was like interested in. It was like it looked pretty cool. It was like it had this like old third strike art style to it. It looked old school.
I think I know what you're
There's
talking
this big
about.
ass tiger in there. There you go.
His game.
Oh, what's wrong?
So,
What's wrong with it?
It's
so,
fucking busted.
so here's my thing. Like, I didn't get a chance to experience how busted it was, but I played the demo of it. And I just don't like the feel of it. It feels so ugly and nasty to play. It's like you pick it up and it just, I don't like the way the combos feel when you do them. I don't like the way it feels when you move. It's just nasty. And then, like what Chris said, is like it's busted. There's infinites in it. They didn't really test the game too much, so a lot of stuff got you know outside of the gates to where people are just doing crazy stuff. And the game is like, what is it like, 30 or 40 bucks?
I think it's $40.
$40.
The game is 30 to 40 bucks. And I think you get an arcade mode, story mode,
Story
training.
mode don't make no sense.
Yeah. And it's like really rough around the edges, even though all of the characters look cool. All of the animations look cool. The music is cool. The way the supers look is cool. The backgrounds are cool. But when I play it, it just feels nasty, man. It just feels so nasty to me. And I was looking forward to it too. But Chris, you got anything to say about this game?
I mean, I ain't got much to say about it that hasn't already been said. It's like, man, I was like, man, this game was so cool. All these characters look amazing. Like all this little stuff. It's like this looks interesting. It looks like something that would come out in the golden era PS2. It's like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's try it out. Let's go give it a try. Like I had that shit pre-ordered. So I saw all this shit and like got the demo. I just canceled that damn pre-order. I said, nah, I don't want this game. We good.
Oh, that these animations, the character designs, man, it's like the best fucking thing ever. But you play it, like, oh man, this is nasty.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it very much is. Like if it was like $12 or like $15 or something like that, less than $20, maybe I would accept it. But I'm not paying $30-$40 for a half baked game. But Cross,
What?
most disappointing game of 2024.
Most disappointing game that I like played or whatever, 2024. I don't really got like a ton of like really big disappointing ones, but if I had to pick one, it's I'm not gonna say Visions of Mana because I haven't completed it, but I do feel some disappointment towards it just because I don't feel the will to complete it. But if I had to pick one that I actually like played through, it would be East 10.
Ease 10, no, not Ease 10. It looks
Tell
so
me about
cool.
this.
I mean, like it's not a bad game, but it's disappointing by the standard of Ease games.
So you
Uh,
so for those who don't know, Tevin is like a Ease fanatic. He loves that series. So he's played like the majority of the series. So
I
he
have.
knows like the story, the lore, and all that stuff. And he kind of got me into it too. So I
Oh,
can see that for you. I can see that for you.
oh yeah. Speaking of which, I got a. I guess what just came in the mail today. I got Yee's. He's a memoir of the oath of. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's a
What?
cell setter.
No. It's not seven. It's like.
Oh, you got the re-release of East 3, the
Yes.
Alton Felgana.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, they made like a
What?
they re-released the Alton Felgana with like you remember I was saying you like how Falcom like they'll have different generations of like artists and then they'll
Yeah,
use that artist like style as their like new style going forward.
yeah.
Well, they have a new artist, and so when they did a re-release of Memories of Celceta, not Memories of Celceta, of Oath and Felgana, but they redid all the art. They have the old art in there still, but they also have like the new artist's art in there as like all the key art. And I think they also
Really?
added one of the soundtracks of uh of one of the old East 3 games, or I don't know which, and I want to say they added the Japanese voice acting, like both Japanese and English voice acting is in it because I don't think the console versions had that. They
Yeah.
had whatever one that was the game that they had.
Is this
So
is this it right here?
yeah, I believe so.
I can't believe they re-released that.
Yeah, I
Here,
mean,
here
Oath and
we go.
Felgana is like one of the most popular Ease games because it's super good.
Yeah,
It's probably one of the best Ease games. It's
yeah.
it's super good.
I need to get back on Origins.
Yeah, that's
It was on my top five games that I need to finish.
yeah. But yeah, East 10 was just it was disappointing because the story was really bland to me. The
Yeah,
villain was I don't like stories where the villain is like not a villain or really just whatever the fuck, not compelling. They're just blah. I feel like that ruins an entire story. Uh so it's not the story is not like written bad in a sense of like nothing makes sense or nothing like that. It's just really like if you took like a Dragon Ball level threat and gave it to Goku and Dragon Ball Z. That's what it feels like. It's
mm,
like, oh no, like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, he has to fight fucking he has to really worry about I'm trying to think of a fucking villain. He has to worry about Yamcha and he has a sword. It's like,
yep,
okay. Like Adol has fucked like that guy right there that he was just fighting, Chester.
yeah.
Chester is stronger than the fucking villain in He's 10. Like
Dang,
like these demons and shit he's fucking fighting. That guy, that person, that demon. Like all these
dang.
people are stronger than the villain, the main villain in He's 10. Like these, that's what I'm saying. It's like these threats
Oh,
are so much more threatening. And so it's just kind of like now for the other character, for her, yeah, this is a big threat for her in their little like area. So it's not like he's not a threat. It's just that he's not a believable threat to at all to
yeah,
me. And it's like they know that. It's like when they're writing it, they're not trying to sell you that Adol is threatened. Like Adol is not threatened. Adol's like, yeah,
oh,
we can take this guy down. And everyone's like, what do you mean? He's like a big baddie. He's like, yeah, yeah, it's okay. We'll get him. It's just like, and Dogi's like, yeah, we'll get him. And I'm like, okay, that's great and all, but that's not exciting to me. you know,
bro.
it's it's just,
So well. Let me ask you this. So the story is not too good, is what you're saying.
it's not exciting.
Okay, so now how is the gameplay? Is the gameplay at least fun?
The gameplay is like deceptively like it seems like it's like deep, but it's not. So at first, the gameplay feels kind of fun because you're like, oh, it's a new system. And You really got to pay
Ooh, that
attention
all
to
being
all this shit.
cold, boy.
Yeah, you see how Adol's doing all the work?
Yeah,
That's
that
how it
boy is so
is.
cold.
That's how it is in the story. He's just fucking everybody up. It's like that's what I'm saying. You saw that other person's with him, right? What the fuck is she doing? Because she's like,
Yeah,
fuck. I mean, it's not even like she sucks. She doesn't suck. It's just that she's not at all, dude. It's like Adol's the dude. So it's
bro.
like, all right, but yeah, like the combat is fun. So this is kind of how it went for me. It was like, oh shit, this combat ain't fucking around. Because the East games had kind of been getting easier. So I was like, oh shit, this combat ain't fucking around. They trying to kill you. I was like, okay, I gotta learn this shit. But then once you learn it, you realize it's actually easier than the older game. Like, well, not older games, but it's easier than the like last couple games because like this game throws a lot of mechanics at you all at the same time. So that's why you think it's hard. But once you take the time to actually just like one by one, like, okay, I know how to do this mechanic. I know how to do this mechanic. I know how to do this. Then you realize like everything is telegraphed. Every move that the enemies do is telegraphed. They shine blue. And so you're like, okay, well, you will never hit me with this ever. Like you'll never. There's only one super boss. There are two bosses in the game where it's actually like a challenge, and there's the super boss and then the last boss. Because the last boss is combo with another boss, and they don't give a like they're doing telegraph stuff, but it's like layered on top of a bunch of other stuff. They're not like we don't care if you get hit with one thing and another and get crossed up. We don't give a fuck. You better find a way around. And I'm like, that's what I'm used to when it comes to these games. I'm used to their bosses being like, I don't care, die. It's like, but all these bosses, they're like, all right, I'm doing the thing. Are you ready? I did it. And then it's like, all right, well, like you're just dead, dude. I'm just gonna kill. And if I gotta play on like the hardest difficulty where like, oh well, you get hit once and you die, I'm not doing that. Like, I, I, that's dumb. I don't think that's good. Like, so it's not like it's bad. It's just that like it becomes really like simplified.
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable and not that engaging once you really learn how the systems go. And then like that there's other systems in the game that they don't take advantage of. Like there's other mechanics that like Adol and Karja, the girl, they have, but they don't use them in bosses. But you can use them. You can use them, right? But they don't force you to use them. That's what I'm trying
Mhm.
to say. Like if you use them, it will only make it easier. But if you don't use them, it's like whatever. And I'm like, you need to have bosses that make it to where if you don't use this shit, you're gonna get your ass beat. like because what's the point of having the fucking mechanic then? You gotta like force them to fucking use it. And that would have been cool, but
I see.
yeah. And then like the NPCs, that is one thing I liked about this game. The NPCs have so much dialogue in this game, and they change their dialogue so much just based on what happened. That's kind of normal
Okay,
for a lot of indie
that's
games.
yeah, that's pretty cool that they
Yeah.
didn't get rid of that.
Yeah, so like that's cool. And they have like an actual indicator that shows you how much dialogue they have. So like when you walk up to them and you talk to them, if their icon is still blue, that means they still have more shit to say. And then characters that are like NPCs, but they're not like important NPCs, let's say, when you walk next to them, they just start talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like you don't have to initiate conversation with them. They just start talking, and then you can walk away from them at any time. So it's kind of cool. Like you can just like while you're running around and stuff, you can just like, okay, let me just like hear what this guy has to say without having to like click on his name and get into like a locked in thing, you know.
Yeah,
So that's cool. I do like that. Also like the like Adol goes to a new area every game, right? I
yeah,
feel like this area also was really bland too. Like there's really nothing um that interesting about Obelia Gulf. other than like maybe like one part, kind of. There's like one part that's kind of like, okay, I kind of remember that. But in the other East games, there are areas that are unforgettable. You're like, dude, Darm Tower. Like, just that alone. It's like, fuck, dude, that's insane. It's
Yeah,
like, there's just areas in every East game where you're just like, I remember that shit. That was crazy. You know?
yeah. Fucking eat the fucking tower.
Yeah, dude.
That damn
Darm
tower,
Tower
man.
ain't fucking around, dude. Like, so it's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like this game, like it missed that a lot. A lot of the areas look the same. It's a lot of water. The
Yeah,
islands look the same. Like the areas that are supposed to be this big, like, oh, this is like the ancient whatever the fuck area. It doesn't look that sick. It doesn't look it
yeah,
doesn't look
yeah,
terrible, but it just doesn't look like, whoa, like this looks really cool. It's just okay, whatever,
yeah. Okay,
like
okay. It just kind of, like you
just
said, man, disappointing, huh?
yeah, man. That's it. Like but it's not like a horrible game. We're like, oh my god, this game fucking sucks. It was so shitty, and I thought it was gonna be so good. Like it's not that. It's just like, man, I thought this game was gonna be at least a 8, and it was kind of like a 6.
Yeah. All right. Well, anybody else got any disappointing games for the year?
None that hasn't already been said.
Chris, I would have expected you to have a lot of them, man. I think you played more games than all of us put
I
together.
do,
Yeah.
I do, but the only one big dad's disappointment. I mean, besides all the like the clear indicators, okay, Dragon Age the Veilguard didn't play that anyway. Don't give a shit about that. What is what's the other one? See, I don't even play this shit, but I don't know. Like kind of like
Unknown Nine Awakening.
is it what?
Unknown nine, the
No,
unknown.
what? Who? I don't remember. See, that's the bad thing about I don't even remember this fucking game. I remember Unknown Nine. Was it Dustborn?
So quick rundown of all the games that failed. Just real quick. We got Concord, Unknown Nine, Dragon. Was it? What'd you say?
Dragon Age Veilguard.
Dragon Age Failguard.
Failed.
The Failguard. What else? Tekken 8.
Suicide Squad versus Justice League.
That
That
died.
last year?
No, it wasn't, but I think it died last year.
Oh, the game just died. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about like just games that are like we have the opposite of the what do you call that? You know how like I was just talking about how there's like the blockbuster, you must get this game. Now we have the inverse of that, the you must not get this game. Like
Yeah,
that
and
we're all talking about, like, man, don't
so
get this shit. This is the game you don't get.
so last year was the complete failure of AAA games. Like I feel like most of the AAA games that came out, or there was a trailer for it, was all disappointing.
As your Phoenix 86.
Let's see.
Comments.
What's up, man? And Melvin decided to join the stream, boy.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Welcome to the Herbcast.
Yeah, the herd. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called.
You the host.
It's just, hey, we just get on and start talking.
It's called Unknown Nine.
That's a good one. The
Unknown
Who's at the Gatecast?
Why do they always have to have these like really like pretentious gay ass names? Why can't they just be cool? Like it's so annoying.
Cool. It's Unknown Awakening.
It's like the Unknown Nine Awakening. They're like,
I don't know. I mean,
I went
yeah,
to
you got
college
that fucking,
and I have a
Star
degree. Shut up. God.
Can't you tell how deep I am?
Why gaming fucking sucks? It's like by a bunch of like college educated fucking women. It's like That's not fun at all. That's literally the least. That's like the farthest thing away from fun. Fun is like not that. Fun is a guy with his shirt off with a crowbar hitting another guy in the head, and it says "Urgh." Like that's what I want to do. I want to hit a guy in the head with a crowbar.
It's like
dude.
it's like trying hard to be cool. Like, oh wow, look at these ghost kids. She's gonna turn around and be jumped by like 5 mean men.
Don't y'all talk about my baby Unknown 9, which
You
I
didn't play
don't
this
know.
damn game. Quit playing.
So,
You know damn well you didn't play this fucking game. I know you
He's like,
did.
I got
talk
it.
about my baby who I do not know.
Get stabbed,
no.
lady.
Yeah, lady's like 120 pounds and has like.
It would be funny if she pulled them in right, and then like she had her arm out like that, and then like she just spun around. like he ran into the arm, but she spun around.
Like when I saw this, you know what it reminded me of? I don't know if y'all played this game. It was back in the day. It's called Psyops.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Actually, it was funny. I had that game. I think it was on PS2, right?
Yeah,
I bought that.
Xbox,
Yeah,
I think.
I bought that game because I knew that game was gonna be rare someday, and it was innovative too.
Yeah, because when I'm looking at it, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, dude, why the Psyops looks like the cooler version of this that came out like 20 years ago? Because like the idea of controlling other characters to do stuff seems really interesting. I bet you the game doesn't even like allow you to have that type of fun, even though it's the same premise. I'm assuming. I haven't seen any gameplay of this.
But look at the trailer, dude. I'm so hyped. Whoa! Brave and stunned. I didn't think something was gonna catch her. What?
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Oh man, she is like the ultimate Mary Sue.
The
Oh my
best.
god.
Okay, that's sexist, dude. Don't say that. That is sexist.
Oh man, look at that great trailer. Don't y'all make fun of that game. This game is awesome.
This game is
it's so awesome that it didn't sell some shit. So awesome it barely sold anything.
Hey, you remember? You know what? Like, there's a point I want to bring up. Like I don't know if y'all watched the Game Awards or not.
I did.
Look. That's fine if you didn't. Makes sense. But there's this segment they did where they were like laid off game devs.
Oh yeah,
that was my favorite fucking part. I was like, I get to see the motherfuckers. You're gonna show me the people who are crying, making all this shit that told me to. If you don't like it, don't buy it. All right, and now look at them.
They didn't do that. They didn't do that. No, they didn't, Tevin. They didn't say that.
No, Tevin right. Tevin 100% right. I was sitting there laughing, boy. I would laugh my ass off.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. They were like, oh yeah, we love games. Had the Mario hat on. I was like, why don't you have a hat on of the shit that you were actually fucking making?
I know, like, please tell what you actually made.
You gotta have
on stage. Come on,
memorabilia on a shit that people actually like fucking Zelda and Mario. You basic bitch. It's like you don't got no shit. But you know what he had in the background on his real shit, the shit he actually owned, like the things that were his, not just shit that he wore. So like the shit that's he ain't changing because this is fucking house. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the background on his computer, it said Amazon Games and Lost Ark. And I'm like, where's the why you ain't wearing no Lost Ark merch? Where the Lost Ark merch at? Why you ain't got that big ass Amazon Games hoodie on? Right, because people would immediately be like, I don't give a fuck what this guy's saying. As soon as he saw you repping that shit.
How do you do, fellow gamers?
I'm over here clapping. I'm like, good job, gamers. Thank you. This is for the gamers.
Oh my god. So multiverses.
Yeah.
This game looks like dog shit.
What is going on with this game? I feel like this game came out in the beta and they gave it Game of the Year and then they killed the shit and then they brought it back, and they tried to make it game of the year last year.
Well, I mean, it's a live service game that people fucking spent money on. They stupid anyway.
Oh,
Like if you're gonna invest your time into like this game, you know, and you're like, damn, they just took it away from me. It's like, well, you can't be mad. You knew what the fuck you were getting into. Come on, man. Like,
yeah,
you know, and for a fighting game, it's to me, it's kind of like like I would never do that. But you know,
yeah,
Americans are stupid, and they only feel things once they feel the pain. That's how they learn. They can't learn from other people's pain
yeah,
or potential pain. They can't learn from that. Like nah, they only learn from immediate pain, and then not even then they'll blame somebody else for it.
yeah,
Only repeated pain teaches them shit, and so that's why the industries are the way they are because they take
yeah.
advantage of that. You know, they're like, oh, if they just weren't greedy, well, if you weren't stupid and gave them money all the fucking time, then maybe they would fucking change, but they're not going to.
It's like every time I see this game, it just looks like it just reeks of corporatism. Like this looks by the numbers, made in a fucking suit infested lobby. Where like, what
Mhm.
could we do to sell this video game? I know, let's just throw every IP we can think of. People love Warner Brothers, right? What was that new Space Jam movie? Let's just make a game out of
Let's put LeBron James in it. People love LeBron James.
it. Yeah,
I
Rick
mean,
and
like,
Morty and
Oh, they got Rick from Rick and
all
Morty.
the DC heroes.
look, normies like this shit though. They're like, oh my god, it's fucking Rick.
And
That's Rick, right? That's Rick. It's Rick. And
The
look,
Joker.
it's Joker, and that's Wonder Woman, and that's
I wonder who that woman is.
like they love that shit, man.
Man,
Oh
those
my
green
god, they put
emojis
an
and
ancient Jason.
Holy shit!
Mr. Smith. Oh my god.
Oh,
So
man.
it's like,
Mr. Anderson.
look,
Mister.
this
Bro.
Mr. Anderson.
this ain't for me. But you know, it's for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's
I mean,
like,
hey,
whatever. I don't give a
you
fuck.
can't hate multiverses like that much because, like, hey, at least they give their tournament players prize money.
I don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
that.
I'm just making
I
fun of
don't
them.
care about that. That doesn't concern me. Oh, great! They give like 0.2% of the player base a lot of money. Great. Oh, that's awesome.
I just had to make fun of them for it.
Not bad.
But, like,
So
Gary Hill,
the
like,
last thing I heard about this game was the Iron Giant was like the best thing in the game, and they had to take him off the game because he was just too much.
You know, it was a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies from my childhood.
I knew you were gonna say it, damn it, boy.
Yeah.
Man, you know, when they gonna put in wait, what's that movie? The Prince of Egypt. When they putting in Ramses, dude.
Ooh, get the
King
fuck
Ramses, dude. With Moses.
Look, man, I want Godzilla '98. You know, what that Warner Brothers too? '98 Godzilla with fucking. That's a lot of fish. You know, I want that.